Last time I was on 11 Alive, it wasn't the same kind of thing. I was on such a destructive path.
Fight. Ain't nobody finna disrespect me, touch me, push me, me, bop into me, step in my shoe, none of that.
Just letting people take advantage of me and handle me in a kind of way, so that'll never happen.
Gucci Mane wasn't just respected, he was feared. Feared by the streets, feared by rappers, and especially feared by one man, Yo Gotti. This wasn't just rap beef, it was personal. Rumors of betrayal, street politics, and rising paranoia turned tension into chaos. Gucci wasn't built for fake smiles, he spoke raw, no filter, no lies. Two names still echo through the South, Dolph and Gucci. Back in the late 2000s, Gucci was Atlanta, but not the calm, business-minded man you see today. This was the wild era. Leaned out, paranoid, quick to pull up solo just to prove a point.
I've been sophisticated. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I've been super smart. When I was on drugs so bad, you know, I talked different. You know, when I was smoking weed, damn near a pound of weed every other day, you know, I was congested. When I was drinking lean like crazy every day, I was out of my mind.
This was the Gucci who kept a Desert Eagle on him at all times, the one who caught a murder case and walked free claiming self-defense, the one who didn't just diss you on a track, he'd pull up in person to finish the message.
Somebody comes to you, try to kill you, you know, self-defense. So somebody try to kill you, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. I would love to. I don't care, you see me with my wife, you can talk to me. I'ma smoke you. You know what's going on with me. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police.
Gucci and Gotti started as friends turned rivals, two real ones with deep street roots. Their bond sparked quick, built on hustle, respect, and shared hunger. Together they dropped heat like Mo Money, Colors with Jules Santana, and Ridiculous, tracks that ruled the streets. But it wasn't just singles, they dropped joint tapes like Definition of a G and Cocaine Music. The chemistry was wild, unstoppable, like they were about to take over the South. Then came the trigger, October 17th, 2012. Gucci was set to release Trap God, a defining moment for his 1-7 empire. That date wasn't random, it was his brand, his legacy. But Gotti dropped Cocaine Music 3 the same day, and Gucci took it as a slap in the face. Gotti claimed it was coincidence, even tried to link up and flip it into a joint move, but Gucci went silent. That silence spoke volumes. From there, the friendship cracked, and what started as mutual respect exploded into one of Southern rap's most explosive rivalries ever.
Somebody's gonna hear this record, and they're gonna think that you're talking crap about Gotti and these other cats, and when
I said Gotti was cool until he turned into a buster.
Yeah, like 2, 3 in the morning, my phone get the texts and calls like, look, homie did this, homie did that.
The breaking point came with betrayal, one that cut way deeper than rap beef or business moves. While Gucci Mane was locked up, whispers hit the streets that Yo Gotti had allegedly messed with Gucci's wife. In their world, that wasn't gossip. It was a violation of the code. Loyalty and respect are sacred in the streets, and crossing that line demanded payback. Gucci's prison time was already a mental battlefield, isolated, paranoid, and surrounded by snakes. Hearing that rumor hit like a blade to the chest. It wasn't just jealousy. It was about dominance, power, and pride. The man he once called a brother suddenly became an enemy. From that moment, there was no going back. What could have been handled quietly turned into an all-out war. The streets started buzzing, interviews got messy, and social media lit up with tension. Crews picked sides, alliances split, and respect became currency. That betrayal turned their cold tension into open hostility. Gucci and Gotti weren't just rappers anymore. They were soldiers in a public feud that blurred the line between music and survival. And after that, the bond was gone forever.
Do what you do, I'ma, you know what I mean, fall back.
But then you started smashing his chick, and then you banged your partner's girl.
Damn, guy. You ain't my friend, man.
But that was your girlfriend, though, right? Wasn't that like?
Gotta say, envy my partner. I didn't know that was your wife.
I ain't know that. I ain't know that.
Gucci's meltdown was wild. Between 2011 and 2013, he went off the rails, dissing nearly everyone in the game. T.I., Jay-Z, Nicki Minaj, Drake, even Waka Flocka caught smoke. Twitter rants, street chaos, mugshots stacking up like mixtapes. Gucci wasn't just spiraling, he was exploding for the whole world to see.
Would love to. I don't care, you see me with my wife, you can talk to me. I'ma smoke you. You know what's going on with me. Yeah, I ain't gonna tell nobody, not even the police. I don't believe in none of that shit. Only thing I believe in is don't tell the police.
While Gotti was busy playing chess with the industry, Memphis had a new king rising. Young Dolph, independent, fearless, and loud about it. And who noticed? Gucci Mane. Dolph wasn't just another rapper. He was cut from that same cloth, street smart, loyal, and unshakable. Seeing Gucci's pain and Gotti's betrayal, Dolph stood beside him like a soldier, not a sidekick. Their bond went deeper than music. It was about loyalty, trust, and sending a message. Gucci gave Dolph game that sharpened his rise, and soon the two were moving like family. But the streets talk, always. Whispers started spreading. Was Gucci pushing Dolph toward Gotti? Maybe, maybe not. But when they began showing up together, everyone knew trouble was brewing.
I met Dolph doing a feature. You know, he actually buying a feature from me. This dude here in the streets, he a hustler, and he sound good, he's rapping good. Boom, now we friends. It wasn't like we signed each other, but it went from him doing business with me.
I got a lot of memories. Me and him going to New York a long time. I'm going shopping. Like right before he even blew up, and just me and him all those days at the brick factory. Just you know, just building a friendship.
Gucci Mane wasn't just a collaborator to Young Dolph. He was a mentor with real scars and real lessons. Having battled addiction, paranoia, and betrayal, Gucci knew the cost of the streets and the music business better than most. He'd seen how fast success could twist into chaos if you weren't locked in mentally. So he passed that wisdom to Dolph. Stay alert, stay strategic, and never move out of fear. Gucci drilled it in. Toughness wasn't enough. Survival took brains, patience, and self-control. He told Dolph to be smarter than the streets. Every decision had to be calculated because one wrong move could cost everything. Dolph took that message seriously. In interviews, he credited Gucci with teaching him how to balance the trap with the charts, how to win in business while surviving in the streets. Gucci's rules were simple, but deep. Protect your circle, trust only the solid ones, and keep your guard high. That mindset reshaped Dolph's whole journey. He stopped being just a rising rapper and became a leader with a code. His loyalty, wisdom, and self-awareness became his armor. And much of that came from Gucci's influence, helping him blend street sense with business power in a way that made him unforgettable.
Gucci, man, talking to me, telling me this. You know what I'm saying? He like, look what you got going on. You getting 40s and 50s a show. He like, bro, majority of all these major artists, before they were even getting 7,500 a show, they were signed, probably once or twice.
Then came the real fireworks, Gucci and Dolph linking up for the world to see. Every move felt like a statement, every post like a warning. Gucci started throwing slick subliminals with Dolph standing right next to him. No words needed, everyone knew exactly who those shots were meant for.
I don't know if I'm more shocked that dude actually say my name in a song that's a diss record, or the reason why the people say he say my name.
For new fans, it looked like just another viral clip, but those who knew the history saw something darker. This wasn't just Dolph co-signing a diss, it was karma catching up. A full circle moment of betrayal, loyalty, and street vengeance finally surfacing in public view. To get it, you gotta rewind. Before Gucci became the business mogul or fitness icon, he was pure chaos. In his prime, Gucci was unpredictable, paranoid, violent, and deep in that lean haze. He moved through rap like a walking storm, impossible to control, impossible to predict. That raw, dangerous aura made him one of the most feared men in the South. Then came Yo Gotti, a hustler from North Memphis with a whole different mindset. While Gucci thrived on mayhem, Gotti played chess. Raised in Ridgecrest apartments by a single mom, he learned that survival meant loyalty and strategy. Gotti's grind was methodical, dropping early tapes like Life and Cocaine music that turned his pain into power. He didn't need to yell to earn respect. His consistency made him a king in his own lane. Gucci was chaos. Gotti was control. One moved like a storm, the other like a strategist stacking bricks into an empire. Both came up in the South during hip-hop's golden era when Atlanta and Memphis were breeding grounds for raw talent and street-born ambition. Gucci repped Atlanta's wild energy, while Gotti embodied Memphis discipline. Different styles, same code, loyalty, power, and respect. They came from nothing, built through mixtapes and street buzz, turning pain into art. Their grind connected them, but that same hunger also planted tension that would later explode. Gotti didn't need chaos to command fear. His silence spoke volumes. In Memphis, quiet power meant control. Gucci, on the other hand, was a ticking time bomb. When he had beef, it wasn't rap, it was real. Blood, headlines, and courtroom drama followed wherever he went. Then came the Jeezy War. What started as a collab on Icy turned deadly. Both claimed ownership and egos clashed hard. Jeezy allegedly raised the stakes, offering $10,000 for Gucci's chain on live radio. Days later, intruders stormed Gucci's spot. He fired back, and one man, Pookie Lock, ended up dead. Gucci beat the charge in self-defense, but the streets changed that day. The message was loud and clear. Gucci Mane wasn't to be tested. When the music stopped, the war began. Gucci and Jeezy weren't just rivals anymore. They were enemies tied by bloodshed. Gucci didn't mourn. He turned pain into lyrics and made sure the world heard it. Go dig your partner up. Jeezy tried to move on, but that wound never healed. Even in their 2020 Versus, Gucci opened with a diss track. He wasn't performing, he was sending a message. Then came the fallout with Waka Flocka Flame, family turned foe. Waka wasn't just an artist under Gucci, he was Brick Squad blood. Gucci was the boss, Waka the prince, and together, they ruled Atlanta until money rumors tore it apart. When Gucci accused Waka's mom, Deb Antony, of mishandling cash, Waka stood by her. Loyalty turned into war. Gucci fired him, Waka fired back, and their brotherhood went up in flames. Brick Squad was dead, and so was their bond. Next came T.I., King of the South. Gucci wasn't bowing to any king. The tension between them wasn't loud but icy. Side comments, cold interviews, long silences. Gucci never forgot T.I. trying to play peacemaker in his Jeezy beef. You ain't my big homie, he thought. And then, the shocker, Nicki Minaj. Once allies, sharing tracks and freestyles, their connection crumbled without warning. What started as collaboration soon turned into quiet distance. Another reminder that in Gucci's world, loyalty could flip to war at any moment. It was all love until the drugs took over. In 2013, deep in addiction, Gucci Mane snapped on Twitter and unleashed chaos. Out of nowhere, he went at everyone, even Nicki Minaj, claiming wild things no one saw coming. Nicki fired back instantly. May God strike me dead if I ever had anything with that man, then blocked him for good. Gucci later blamed the lean and apologized, but it was too late. Another bridge burned, another ally gone, and by then, Brick Squad was collapsing. Gucci wasn't just beefing with rivals, he was turning on his own circle. OJ the Juiceman, Young Scooter, Pee Wee Longway, all iced out overnight. He aired everyone out online, calling them fake, broke, and disloyal. The empire he built crumbled in real time. Drugs, ego, and paranoia pushed him to the edge until there was nobody left to trust. Even quiet tension started surfacing. Young Jock, Lil Wayne, Atlantic Records, Gucci had smoke for everyone. Jock caught shade without reason. Wayne got subliminals. And Atlantic got called snakes holding him back. Gucci wasn't beefing with people anymore, he was beefing with the world. Then came September 2013, the infamous Twitter meltdown. Over 70 tweets in one day, naming Drake, T.I., Tiny, Keisha Cole, Nicki, and his own label. Fans laughed, but behind the madness was a man falling apart. 2 days later, Gucci was arrested on gun and drug charges. That meltdown wasn't a stunt, it was rock bottom for a king who had lost his crown but still refused to bow. Gucci became untouchable, but not in a good way. Labels backed off, blogs stopped posting, and nobody wanted a feature. Word spread fast. He was blackballed, too wild, too unpredictable. But Gucci didn't beg for acceptance. He doubled down. Flooding Dat Piff with non-stop mixtapes, he built a loyal street following that didn't care about radio spins or Grammys. Then came 2016, the comeback that broke the internet. Gucci walked out of prison a whole new man, fit, focused, and sharp. Fans were stunned. That ain't Gucci, that's a clone. The jokes flew, but Gucci ran with it, dropping first day out the feds, proposing to Keisha and stacking millions. The chaos was gone, but the menace still there, just dressed in discipline. By 2019, peace didn't last long. Gucci reignited drama on The Breakfast Club, claiming Angela Yee had flirted with him in an old interview. Yee denied it, but Gucci pulled the footage, receipts ready. Tension rose, bridges burned, and he never returned to the show. Still, through every fallout, Gucci's legacy stayed untouchable, this time on his own terms.
So you said if you don't talk to somebody within 4 to 5 years, they just dead to you.
If I ain't reached out
He's
yet,
saying it's closed. He didn't say.
If I ain't reached out yet, then I ain't gonna reach out. We ain't got nothing to speak about. You do your thing, I do mine. We ain't gotta be at odds, but at the same time, I don't want to slap your hand. I don't want to speak. Just do you.
And that's the truth behind why Yo Gotti feared Gucci Mane more than Young Dolph ever could. In the streets, fear ain't just emotion. It's respect carved in blood. And Gucci, he wore that fear like a crown forever.